Hi, I'm Janice Yates, HR Advisor at Hawaii Employers Council. Today I want to talk about the process of handling unemployment insurance appeals. The company can request to appeal a UI decision that it doesn't agree with. This can be done by mailing a letter or by simply sending an email to the Employment Security Appeals Referee's office. The UI decision notice always comes with instructions to file an appeal. If your company terminated an employee for misconduct, but the employee is granted UI benefits, your company has 10 days to file an appeal. If an appeal is filed past the 10-day deadline, the first issue of the hearing will be the timeliness of filing the appeal. If the company has a good reason why it could not file the appeal within the 10 days, the appeals officer will extend the time to file an appeal to 30 days. I have not seen a case where an employer was granted an extension. If the UI department's decision was just sitting in somebody's inbox, that is not a good reason. I recommend being on the lookout for any mail from the UI office whenever an employee resigns or is terminated so that the company can take care of these issues on a timely basis. Preparing for an unemployment appeal hearing doesn't always start when you receive a hearing notice. If an employee is terminated for misconduct, the burden is on the employer to show misconduct. An employer will have a stronger case if it already has documentation to show that the employee 1 was made aware of the misconduct, 2 the employee was made aware of the proper procedure or company expectation and given a chance to improve, and 3 the employee was made aware of the severity of his or her action with a final warning. If an employer can show that the employee was aware of the company standard and was able to meet the company standard but failed to consistently meet the standard, the company will have a good case to show willful misconduct. The company will want to have documentation to show that the employee was made aware of the misconduct by producing policies or procedures that the employee was given. Also, having employees sign a handbook acknowledgement form is excellent proof that an employee was made aware of the company policies. It's important to be consistent when hiring employees to assure that everyone is given an employee handbook and acknowledge that they will read and understand the policies. Other documentation to have are employee warnings or incident reports that the employee was counseled on the misconduct. Timing is important when counseling employees following any misconduct. If too much time passes before an issue is addressed, the corrective action may lose its effectiveness. This would be a good time to review the proper procedure or policy that the employee should be following and explain what the company expects of the employee and have the employee sign an acknowledgement. The employer should also inform the employee about the severity of continued non-compliance by placing the employee on suspension or on a performance improvement plan. The employee should be reminded again about the company's expectations and sign an acknowledgement that further incidents may lead to termination. When the company receives a hearing notice, submit the company policies, handbook acknowledgement, written warnings, and so forth to the appeals office as evidence. Choose a company representative that can provide first-hand accounts of the employee's conduct, the warnings given, and other explanations leading to the termination. The witness should be able to explain that 1. The employer addressed the misconduct in a timely manner and tried to help the employee to correct the behavior. Secondly, the employee was made aware of the company policies or procedures but continued to willfully violate company policies and procedures. And third, the employee was given a final warning that failure to correct his or her behavior will lead to termination. You may need more than one witness to provide this information firsthand. Voluntary resignations, on the other hand, are a bit easier for the employer because the burden is on the former employee to show that he or she had a good reason to quit. An example of a good reason would be that the employee had a firm job offer and quit, but for some reason the job offer later fell through. If an employee quits because he or she was unhappy with the job and didn't try to better the situation, the appeals officer will probably determine the employee didn't have a good reason. One of our services we provide is assisting with UI appeals. One of our staff can help your company prepare for a hearing. We can also represent your company at the hearing. To access this service, just contact HEC as soon as the company receives a hearing notice. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to working with you.